Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh man. Oh man. I think I get to take these bandages off today. It's starting to sting a little bit because these stitches are dissolving into my knee. Let me take my drugs. Take with food. Let me go eat something real quick. I gotta go eat something real quick. I don't feel like eating nothing too serious, so I wish I had my little crackers. Eat your little crackers. Take your little, your little meds. Kwame, get your boy Anton. What are you talking about now? Oh man. Read Dan, if you telling me to do something, it must not be in my best interest. 'Cause- Did you say baby making place the other day? Birthing place. That's what they call them. Yeah, you need your old birthing place. They ain't women no more. It's birthing places. Sorry, ladies, that ain't me saying that. I'm not a mod, but I forgot this 2.0. Yeah, I had to grab my computer and make some more mods over here. Oh man, trying to find a balance of what I can do and what I can't do. The other day I was feeling great, and then after biking yesterday, felt terrible. But I just got to stop walking so much. I think all that weight, my big old body on this knee, ain't a good thing. So I'm gonna try to sit still some more as I walk up these stairs right now to get me something to eat real quick, so I can take my pill. No limit, me and X. I didn't watch it. I was hoping they ain't shoot nobody. I said I ain't gonna watch. Nigga, stay off your leg. Simple. I wish it was that simple. Yeah, I wish it was that simple. Duty call. I need to get one of them little scooters so I can scooter around. Sliding this leg around. When you get hurt, you think about all the shit you wanted to do before you got hurt. I'm like, man, I shouldn't have had this surgery yet. There's always something come up. The contractor's calling me. Can y'all imagine trying to have conversations with contractors uh, where you're loopy and damn near high off the medicine they gave you? So I had to tell them, look, man, y'all gonna have to handle y'all business for like 2 days, and then I'll be back. This is what it's like being a man. You don't get time to get all the way healed. Shit. Kwame doing the stanky leg. Oh man. Walk it out, style. Nah, I'm gonna sit down for a second. I ain't gonna lie. Shit hurt. Let me take my medicine. Let me eat me a few of these crackers with peanut butter. I had me a whole bowl of grapes and watermelon yesterday, boy. My stomach macking up after that surgery. I'm like, shit. Well, good morning to all y'all, man. You have you riding a free wheel bike yet? Yeah, I got my bike right over there in the corner. I went and bought me a bike, man. I'm finna get on this bike in a minute. Yeah, I went and bought me a goddamn on bike. Hold on. Let me show y'all my bike. I had my bike right here. I went and put together my bike before I had my surgery. Because I knew, I said, man, I got to get back right. Even if I have a few days of stupidity and not sitting my ass down, I'm going to take it serious and get on this bike and get it rolling. So I went and bought this joint right before my surgery. So I'll be on this bad boy in a minute. Because this will get you right. Yeah, so, yeah, that's where I'll be training at in a little bit. The pain meds make you constipated. Oh, that's what it is. I'm sitting here like, man, they like, keep eating before you take your pill. I'm like, I don't want to eat nothing. Shit, I'm not trying to eat nothing. As soon as I get off that table, I'm like, man, I'm bloated than a motherfucker. I don't want to eat nothing. Lil Wayne, Murder, Mystical didn't show up. Just bike. The instructions was stay off my feet for a couple of days and then bike twice a day for 5 minutes. Next week, twice a day, 10 minutes. Nothing strenuous, just the rotation so I don't have stiff knee. Oh, get you some prune juice, Grandpa. Hey, while you laughing, I'm gonna go get me some of that shit. Prune juice, castor oil, shit. I don't give a damn if y'all laugh. I'm going to get me some prune juice, castor oil. I'm old. Shit, I'm going to get something. That damn stomach hurting, boy. Let me switch to my computer because I saw something today. I don't know if y'all saw it. Hey, but listen, man, I want to say something about that fight. I know I can't beat Tim Aspirin or whatever his name is. He beat the brake shoes off me with one hand, probably. I don't know. Pretty sure. But dang, man, I'm just leaning more towards a UFC fighter. John Jones, to me, he would have got poked in the eye and he'd have thought about that coke that he was doing the night before. And he'd be like, man, forget that poke in the eye. And he'd have kept fighting. We need Tom or Tim Aspinall to get on that drug or get on something that make you fight through pokes in the eye. You act like a normal person. Like if you poke me in the eye for sure, I'm done. Shit, you hit me with shit. Some of them kicks y'all take. You kick me like that, I'm going to the trunk. Yeah, you doing kicking me that hard. I'm going to the trunk. But you know, he almost looked like one of us, a civilian. He got poked in the eye and he waited 5 minutes. I couldn't clear up. He was like, I'm done. That's what we waited all this long time for. Kids don't do drugs, but we talking about adults. You can drink a little wine. Yeah. No. Kids don't do drugs. It's just satire. But dang, I'm trying to figure out. We waited all this long time. I was hoping the dude won because I want to see him fight John Jones. Because everybody been talking all that trash, I was hoping this dude win so John Jones can get a piece of him and beat the. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Saying John Jones scared of this dude. John Jones demolished Cyril Gong or Cyril Kang or whatever his name is in a couple of minutes. Choked him out, beat the brake shoes off of him. But Cyril Gong acting like he looked like he was whooping Tim Aspinall behind last night. He was popping them all in the nose. I said, oh, he leaking. You lost a lot of money on that fight. And John Jones was saying it. Like, what's so different between him and any other person I fought? He's a big guy who can punch fast, but what else? You got to be some kind of special to beat John Jones. Daniel Cormier was the person that I'm like, well, shit, if he can't beat him, I don't think who's gonna beat him. And Ganyu can put his lights out with one punch, but I think John Jones smart enough to take him to the ground and kick him in the knee and keep kicking him, keep him all balanced to where he don't want to throw that punch. John Jones, that nasty front kick he got, just feeling my knee now. I can't believe he allowed to throw that kick in the UFC. That kick is off the chain. He be hyperextending these niggas as they walking forward. He hyperextending your leg. I think that takes the sting out of everybody punch. If somebody is hyperextending your leg every time you try to step your foot down, I think that, yeah, I think that'll take all the sting off your punch right there. Yeah, he was getting pieced up. I'm talking about bing, bang, boom. I'm like, yo, this the dude they say ain't gonna beat John Jones. Cyril Gong was like, bang, bing. Every time he moved, he was circling out to the right. Bing, bing. I'm like, God, that dude know he was leaking. I think it was more so, he started to feel that. And again, I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way. I respect all UFC fighters and anybody who get in the ring, boxers, whatever. But that look on his face, just from an outside looking in observer, that look on his face looked like, oh shit, I'm getting tired and I can't catch this dude. Y'all got to remember, he been knocking everybody out in the first round. He been knocking everybody out in the first round. Kwame, how that other fight step after that kick? Yeah, you bet that kicked me. Hell no. That's how he beat Rampage with them leg kicks. Yeah. He'll make you not even want to put your leg down. Man, ain't no way. I'll be like, John, come on, man. You have to put stipulations on it. Hey, look here, man. No kicking to the leg, all right? None of that front kick. No kicking to my stomach. You have to put all kind of stipulations. I saw what you did to Daniel Cormier. Every time he was stepping forward, you was kneeing him in the stomach. You can't do the knee in the stomach. Can't do the kick to the stomach. You can't hyperextend my knee. And you bet not do that spinning back elbow. There's a lot of shit you don't want him to do. He be like, you know what? That's how they do me in basketball. They be like, Kwame, you suck. You a bust. I could beat you. You just can't come down to the paint. You just can't shoot in the paint. Make sure you shoot all three. They'd be like, wait a minute. I thought you just said you could beat me at basketball. Well, I had to put stipulations on John Jones. I'm sorry. Spinning back elbow slash fist. Laugh out loud. Man, look. That joker put, I don't know what's worse, that hyperextension on the knee or that spinning back elbow. That knee thing demoralizes you. It take away your whole offense. That spinning back elbow, Lord, you see that coming out of nowhere. It changed their face every time. Gustafson, I felt so bad for him that second fight. John Jones put down that blow. He whooped him from pillar to post. Hold on, let me switch over to my computer. I want to show y'all something. All right, can y'all hear me? Which one can y'all hear me on? Okay, remove that one. All right, yeah. He whooped that boy from pillar to post. You hear me? Let me show y'all something, man, because I seen DL Hughley and Marcellus Wiley going at it. And I said, this is interesting. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, this is quite interesting. But both of their takes, Marcellus Wiley take was impressive, if you ask me. Because he sounded kind of like me. And when people are passionate about something, they sound as kind of the same. And you could tell Marcellus Wiley been through some things, educated brother from the hood. And these are some of the things you just have to go through being from the hood. And I wasn't from a neighborhood like his where we had Bloods and Crips and all this other stuff, what these kids go through now, but similar as keeping your head down, staying out the way, and trying not to get a part of the fray. Because you understand, as long as you can make it through this time of your life, and when you can get the ball and make decisions as a grown-up, you make those decisions. So DL Hughley and Marcellus Wiley, I want y'all to take a look at these two professional black gentlemen, and let's just see if you get. He said, "Did you see that Cash Money versus No Limit?" No, man. Salute to you, Cino. I ain't seen it. I ain't see it. I ain't want to watch it. I was scared. I thought they were gonna get shot. Hey, Cino, and like I talked to you about, hey, I've been ducking strays because of you all day long, man. I've been looking at my comment section. Hey, Kwame, you won't call your boy Cino out.
Your boy Cino lied on MJ. You won't even call your boy Cino out. I used to like you. I'm like, dang, what in the world does Cino say? So then when I looked at it, I said, listen, it's not my fault y'all don't want to listen to what Cino is saying that he lied about. He's saying that he lied about playing basketball. The amount of times he touched the basketball. He didn't really, he said he don't believe that the free throw story was true. That's just his personal opinion. But he said he lied about playing basketball the amount of times. And he showed a video that kind of proved it. But I didn't know I had to speak for Cino anyway. Like, God dang. Cino, you need to do a video on Troy Ave again. Cino got everybody mad. Cino's still mad because Jordan beat the Pistons. Hey, Biz, boy, Cino got people turned up in my comment section. You call everybody else out. You won't call out goddamn Cino. Hey, you just got to listen a little better, man. You got to listen a little better. But I want y'all to listen to this, man.
Now, Marcellus Wiley, I know something you don't want to do for sure is to go back and forth about people's past.
Here's your negative issues you haven't gotten over yet. Yeah, I'm going to be your therapist, partner. Here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all. Mob mentality. And here's another thing. You also are a part of a pack. You got to live on code. Oh, don't. I lived in it. Right.
Woo! Hey, look. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. I'm going to play it all the way through the first time. And then I'm going to rewind it and then I'm going to break it down. Because y'all need to hear this all the way through first.
Go back and forth about people's past.
Here's your negative issues you haven't gotten over yet. Yeah, I'm going to be your therapist, partner. Here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all. Mob mentality. And here's another thing. You also are a part of a pack. You got to live on code. Oh, don't. I lived in it. Right there. I was right there. Yeah, you got to be on code. You got to walk a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way in the group. Familiar? Now you're 60 and now your gang is Democrats. Now your gang is the DNC. Banging on anybody else who ain't sounding the same, looking the same, acting the same, talking the same, walking the same. Scared ass kid. Still in the gang and just gonna switch it up from Crips or Bloods to some damn Democrat or Republican. Grow up. Second thing is you are a dropout. Me and you ain't the same. I'm not acting out those traumas. I ain't acting out like I gotta be a part of a gang or a pack or act a certain way. I ain't on code. I do the code. I write my own code, damn it. Talking about drop out. And look, me, while you doing all that growing up in the same neighborhood as me, still a little older, in the same neighborhood as me, guess what I'm doing? Putting my head down, looking at them damn books, going to practice, avoiding the gangs, not trying to get jumped every other day so I could become who I want to be. What is that, Marcellus? Where the hell I wanted to be?
I hear Marcellus Wiley and I'm reminded of a quote by Oscar Wilde, and he said that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And they interpreted that to mean that regardless of what you did in your past, that redemption is possible. You reference the things that I've done in my past, the things that I've done to hurt people, the things that I've done to do damage. But what are you doing now? What things do you do now to make things better? Who do you throw your support behind? Like, to me, I think that the gang now I support is the 350,000 black women who've lost their jobs, or the federal workers who are now unemployed, or the people who are being spirited away and denied human rights because of the color of their skin or the language they speak. When I was a kid, I believed that you should throw your support behind the most powerful people because that will keep you safe. But now I understand that it's the things you do for people that can't do anything for you that matters. Your past or mine. I can guarantee you there are things that you've been accused of in your past you don't want to talk about. So let's keep it off past. Because suffice it to say, both of us have done things we're not proud of. Both of us have done things we either have atoned for or should. So let's stay where we are right now. I'm no more a gang member and a dropout than you are a football player. But where I am now, yeah, you graduated from Columbia. But do you think you're that much more intelligent than me?
Yes. What are you talking about? If this was a black woman saying this to him, he would have never said, yeah, you went to Columbia, but do you think you're that much more intelligent than me? Yes. On a lot of different aspects, a person who went to Columbia is definitely smarter than you. I'm not saying like you couldn't be right about something. You can't be right about a topic, or you couldn't be spot on about some information that you studied. But you know, a person, there ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna say, hey, you went to Columbia, but you ain't smarter than me. Like, what? Nigga, what? Come on, dog. Stop.
We both do the same things. Well, you're a podcaster, I'm a broadcaster. We both say things. You see things and you say them. I see things and I say them. I don't got to go back to your past. I go by what you're doing right now. Right now. And what you are doing right now is helping a man who decided to make the world a darker place for people that look like me and you. That's what you've decided to do. That ain't your past. That's last week. That's today. That's something you do all the time. My dislike for you has nothing to do about what you did in your past. It's what you continue to do now by saying washing the stuff that's going on right now. By saying washing it. You can talk about my activity in a gang, but nothing I've ever done is as horrible as the things that you abide. And
You can talk about my activity in a gang, but nothing I ever done is worse than what? Do you know? Do you not know gangs destroy and kill and take away from their own people, their own community? Do you not know the gangs unalive their own people, Mr. Hughley? Do you not know you talking about racism and all this other stuff, and you took part in unaliving your own people, allegedly? If you're a part of gangs sell drugs, they do a lot of things, and it's usually on against their own community. But you say he's taking part in a man that's destroying society. Let's see. You don't got to like everything Trump said. Hell, I don't like everything Trump say and do. I think sometimes he need to be quiet and just focus on what he's doing, the good stuff that he's doing. But school choice, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, fighting to bring jobs back to America, closing the border, ending wars, and you can't see nothing good that he's doing. Are you kidding me? Is that the only hill that you're gonna hang your hat on? Is because that you don't like Trump? That means you're above Marcellus Wiley because you like a guy like Trump? That's your only thing. Like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Trump should have won the Nobel Peace Prize. Like it, love it, or leave it. He should have won the Nobel Peace Prize. The guy stopped 8 damn wars. He should have won it. Whether you like him or not, he should have won it. And this is what's wrong with society. I said this over and over again. We're going to have to take people out of the jury booth and put machines in the jury booth. That we can no longer entrust that people can be fair and impartial if your disdain for Trump can't allow you to see that this man still like Americans. This man is kicking illegals out. Forget what you think they are. They came over here illegally. They're taking money out of American citizens' hands. That's like me marrying a woman and I already have children and I treat my stepchildren better than I treat my own children. America got its own kids. We got homelessness in America. We have military men laying on the side of the road after fighting for our country, begging for change. And you'd rather give hotel rooms to illegal immigrants for votes instead of military men and women that done got a leg maybe shot off or maybe have mental illness or they can't really think straight because what they saw over there at wartime. You would rather spend our tax dollars to give hotels and monies and places to illegal immigrants than the people that fought for me to be able to speak the way I'm speaking on the internet. And you have the nerve to act like you doing the righteous thing. This shit is crazy.
They don't want to sit down and have conversations in real life. They want to shout on the internet, run from you in real life, and then disrespect you and act like they have some type of moral high ground. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even see educated blacks in the hood. These bourgeoisie Negroes don't come to the hood unless it's a camera or a photo op. They don't come and mentor to your kids. They don't come and show them the things that they did. They don't come and show them special Roth IRA accounts that they can get. They don't come show them nothing. All they tell them about is you can't make it because the white man over your head. Wow, this Negro is a rich former comedian. I don't understand that. Marcellus Wiley sounded just as dumb to you? Okay, let's break it down. Salute to you, Will Allen. Let's break it down. Marcellus Wiley pretty much showed kids, hey, what I saw from what Marcellus Wiley said, he didn't speak like he was in a position above you. Hey, I had to hide from gangs. I had to keep my head down, and I had to focus on my books. He's giving you a blueprint. I focused on my book, so let's break it down. Let's go to it.
Is to go back and forth about people's past.
Here's your negative issues you haven't gotten over yet. Yeah, I'm gonna be your therapist, partner. Here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all. Mob mentality.
Yep, I told you. These weenie dogs and these BANs, they hide in groups. If you had to stand on everything you said on your own by yourself, a lot of people would be silent and they would not talk above a whisper. If majority of men and women had to deal with what they were saying and what they were doing on their own, if they had to deal with their consequences and actions on their own, they wouldn't talk above a whisper. Most of these niggas got badass niggas that's stronger than oxes that's going to protect them better than they'll protect a woman. Most of these niggas talk like they mamas and they aunties because that's all they've been around. Your daddy will tell you, watch what you say to somebody because he'll punch you in your face. Watch your mouth when you're talking to another man. That could be the person that in your life. But no, that day is gone. We don't have to give respect to our fellow man because we got a gun. We got friends. We got gangs. So there's no more common, decent respect. We only respect white people. We only respect people that has power and authority. Other than that, if it's black, oh, you give them the utmost disrespect. So I didn't see that in this conversation with Marcellus Wiley.
And here's another thing. You also are a part of a pack. You got to live on code.
Oh, part of a pack, got to live on code. Every last one of us have been a part of a pack and had to live on code. Because my mama black, I was born into the Democratic Party. Every last one of you have, and every last one of you black people in this chat was taught by mama, grandmama, and your pastor to be a Democrat. This is why I know what I'm talking about. These politicians go straight to your church and they speak life through your pastor, and your pastor speak through your mama and your auntie. And by the time you get to the house and your auntie and your mama and all the ladies that done went to church tell you what you should vote for, the moment you say something different, then the devil is in you. That goddamn devil in you, boy. So don't sit up here and try to pretend as if black folks aren't a monolith through the elders in the community that taught them all this bullshit about there's a party shift and you're wrong if you are not a Democrat. Republicans are racist. All of these things were taught to me before I even had a chance to look and decide for myself. And those of you in the chat, if you want to be honest, it was taught to you as well. And then when you don't stay on code and you don't say what everybody else say, they call you a coon, they call you whatever. Hell, these people think you should be hurt if you don't say what they say, if you don't act the way they act. Right now, if I want to be liked by everybody, all I got to do is go to a black church and ask, have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed up? That's all I got to do is go to a black church and ask, have you ever been swallowed? And go up in there, praise the Lord, say I like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and say that I vote like a woman and I got a woman's mind. Women get conquered. Why the fuck would I want to vote like a woman? And do all women vote the same? Who even says a dumb statement like that, Roland Martin? You sitting up here with your titties out. Yeah, you got man boobs. You sitting up here with your man boobs out with a shirt on, and I'm going to show it to y'all, that said, vote like a black woman. What the fuck does that even mean? That's so disrespectful. All these young boys can't have their own mind because they got to vote like their mama, like a woman. Anything that they do on their own, they wrong. But yet and still, you want to call men kings? I won't placate to that fake ass shit no more. They don't look at us black men as no damn kings. They look at us as battering rams and niggas to just defend women. If you stand up like a king and say, no, I think this is wrong, I think this is what should happen, they'll show you what they think about you, king. They'll disrespect your mama. They'll disrespect your children. They'll disrespect everybody you like. Everybody you like because you won't do what they want. But you want to sit up here and talk about 80% of women vote Democrat. Absolutely do. But you're going to tell me vote like a black woman. And then they'll trick some black women into thinking that because you say, hell no, I won't do no mind control bullshit like that. You got to explain to me, what am I voting for? You're not just going to get me in no line just because no black women is doing it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now, let me play some more of Marcellus Wiley before I show you in this next video.
Oh, don't. I lived in it. Right there. I was right there. Yeah.
And I respect Marcellus Wiley for saying I lived in it, because I lived in it. All of you have been quiet so you don't get ostracized from your family and your group. Hell, I got an auntie right now don't want me on the porch because I try to tell her about the things that Trump doing. Auntie, what about tax on tips? No tax on tips. I don't give a damn. I don't like Trump. What Trump ever did to you, auntie? I just don't give a damn. I don't like him. Okay, you can not like him, but would it help overall if more people had money in their pocket? I don't give a damn. I don't like Trump. Like, this shit don't make no sense at this point. They're dumbing people down till they can't even make rational decisions that's for the greater good of everybody. I don't gotta like Trump. I think Trump should have let out that Epstein list. But I understand why he didn't let out the Epstein list. Because it's going to be everybody that you like on it. It'll shut down the fucking government if all of your top government officials, allegedly, I think I snapped, is on a damn Epstein list, sleeping with underage boys and women and young girls. That would ruin society as we speak. You think you want to see that? How would you recover from that? How would you recover if your top names in Congress, your top name politicians, your top name rappers and athletes, they're all on this list and they all been partying with younger people? How do you recover from that? What do you do with that information? Most of you ain't gonna want to believe it anyway. Most of you ain't gonna believe that Oprah ain't what y'all think she is. Most of y'all wouldn't want to believe it. Most of y'all wouldn't want to believe that Oprah had a school and allegedly some things happened. Y'all ain't gonna want to believe that. Oprah been giving y'all cars for years. Y'all not gonna want to believe that the people y'all grew up idolizing and loving because you ain't want to look at your life in the right way and get your life better. You've been living vicariously through these other black symbols and figureheads. You ain't gonna want to see the fact that these people that you've been idolizing ain't Jack Judy. And I've been trying to warn you for the last 4 years. You only listened when Cat Williams came up there and told you. You only listened when Cat Williams said it. I've been saying the people that you like, you probably shouldn't like them. And the people that they told you not to like, you probably should take a second look at them. I've been saying this same shit since I got on YouTube. And some people say, Kwame, what's your message? You don't have no message. As you see, they talk about my whole family, my children, my mama, my brother. I must got a message better than some of these other people because I'm being done like the people in the past got done. I'm being done like the so-called leaders of the past got done. They disrespected my entire family and my entire lineage. And you think that's by a mistake? They're doing that on purpose. They're doing that on purpose. First, you only knew me as a bust. Now, let me introduce you to his entire family. What the fuck does what my brother did in his life got to do with me? But anyway, any way in this society to take away from somebody that may be telling you things that you might wake up and say, you know what, I'm tired of being trapped in the brain and worried about Democrat, Republic, whether I like Trump or Joe Biden. Let me have some fun. Let me get me a woman that love me. Let me have some kids that respect me. Let me focus on my life. Let me focus on running my bag up. No, let me get caught up in all the worldly things. Let me get worried about who having sex. Let me worried about who look like they popping. You say vote like a black woman. I can't vote for shit that control me. I can't vote for most SNAP programs when I know they're going to say, hey, the next time they roll out a vaccine, the people who are on these SNAP programs, in order for you to live here, you're going to have to take this vaccine. You can't be here. Allegedly, I think I snapped. You can't be here. You want me to vote for a party that tell me outright you ain't black if you don't vote for me. You want me to vote for a party that tell me that we can't come up with a black agenda and run on a black agenda. What? You run on an Asian one. You run on an Indian one. You run on everybody else. So no, I won't go do the fool with you. I won't. That's why I respect what Marcellus Wiley said here. He pretty much admitted there's a go along, get along game. You have to stay on code. You have to be in a pack. D.L. Hughley knows it.
You got to be on code. You got to walk a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way in the group. Familiar?
In the group.
Now you're 60, and now your gang is Democrats. Now your gang is the DNC. Banging on anybody else who ain't sounding the same, looking the same, acting the same, talking the same, walking the same. Scared ass kid. Still in the gang and just gonna switch it up from Crips or Bloods to some damn Democrat or Republican. Grow up. Second thing is you are a dropout. Me and you ain't the same. I'm not acting out those traumas. I ain't acting out like I gotta be a part of a gang or a pack or act a certain way. I ain't on code. I do the code.
Boy, Marcellus say, nigga, I'm not on code. I do the code. I write the code. If we had more black men talking like this, if we had more black men the head of their family like this, if we had more black men that had a spine, that they couldn't be fed and led by other people, we wouldn't have so many women saying, I don't feel protected. We wouldn't have so many women feeling like they have to run and do anything for a government job and turn the other way from the other people that's getting slaughtered. We wouldn't be uplifting some black women while the others are being groomed and trained to have children in the hood. I got cousins that watch their uncles, that watch their mamas, that watch other generations in front of them, and they knew what their path was before they graduated high school. Right after high school, they start having babies. They already knew the program. Their mamas helped them sign up for the SNAP program, food stamps, Medicaid. By that time, if the first nigga still there, you have another baby with him. If he ain't there, you have a baby with the new one. Hopefully this nigga got a job so you can get a two for one. Put the baby on Medicaid and get a little child support. They're grooming these women to do this. Some, not all. And then the other ones get government jobs that they don't have to work, have to earn, don't have to be polite. Just get up here and talk shit all day. Not all, not all. And now that Trump came in and got rid of all this waste and all these jobs that don't make any sense, now they try to, DNC job is to make it look like Trump don't like black women and black people. Once Trump cut them snaps, Trump cut majority of white folks' food stamps. Did you not know there's more white people on food stamps than it is black folk? Do you not know trailer parks are filled with white people that are poor? Do y'all not know that?
Write my own code, damn it. Talking about drop out. And look, me, while you doing all that growing up in the same neighborhood as me, still a little older, in the same neighborhood as me, guess what I'm doing? putting my head down, looking at them damn books, going to practice, avoiding the gangs, not trying to get jumped every other day so I can become who I want to be. What is that, Marcellus? Where the hell I want it to be?
I hear myself while I'm reminded of a quote by Oscar Wilde, and he said that every saint.
We don't want to hear this, nigga. Yeah, I already told you they use Bible speak to cover up anything they do. And man, I used to hang with pastors' kids. The son, y'all heard the way Cam Newton was talking. Cam Newton had a Bible verse to excuse every bullshit action that he had.
Yeah, but they say thou shalt not judge. Yeah, but they say I gotta go F the girl when I see her in the room, and I got a Bible verse to justify it.
Like, nigga, shut up. Now let's play this video because I think this dude right here snapped, and we can end it with this. We need to have men be men again, man. We need to have men be men again, and we need to respect the space that another man is in. Just because a man doesn't have the physical capabilities or mental capabilities or whatever you think he is, he's still a man. And we got to respect men. If you want us a stronger society, you cannot continue to push men to drugs because they can't cope with a society that's against them. You got to do better than this. Now, I want y'all to take a listen to what this brother said. And I want to interview this brother because he was bold enough to say a statement like this that is 100% unadulterated truth. And this is why he's going to get so much backlash. This is why they don't want to have men on television. This is why they stop talking to Thomas Sowell. This is why they make you hate every black man that is doing something in the right way, positive, in a good light. They want to get rid of that and put a degenerate Gilbert Arenas in front of you. A nigga that just want to play and laugh. Oh, yeah, he make money. But they want to put a degenerate in front of you. A disgraced basketball player that bring guns to the locker room, that play all day, that got a Fed charge today. Those will be the people that they want to speak for black community. Y'all like the way I segue and put a little dig out there about Gil all at once? See, I'm good at that too, Gil. Keep bringing me up on goddamn Gil's Arena, nigga. Keep bringing me up on Gil's Arena. I'll segue you into every show, big dummy. I'll segue you into every show, stupid. Morning, KB in the chat. You spitting facts. We got some of the women that teach their daughters to have babies and let the government take care of them, and that's over. And then I got another video of this black woman. Shit, it almost hurt my feelings. She said, "Y'all athletes are stupid. I'm tired of seeing y'all get taken advantage of. Y'all don't know how to protect the main thing that's y'all most prized possession, and that's your semen." I said, "Whoa, boy, she hit me to my core. Cause boy, I should have protected this liquid gold. This liquid gold got me talking to people I shouldn't even be talking to. When I was in my broken or stupor having babies with these dumb mother." And now that I'm 40-something years old, I wouldn't even been looking at this type of woman. And although I pick better than most, it's just still, I don't know these people. Not in that way to be having no baby with them. And that's me, can be honest. You know, having children with women that are young and not fulfilled in their life and they're career driven, and you have a kid with them that early, they neglect those children. So that's my bad. That's on me. That's what I take. The sins of the father, you know, being a little horny toad early on in my life, coming from the environment that I come from, I should have protected this liquid gold a little more. You know, ain't no woman give me no vagina and it turned into a check. I give a woman and mess around and get this liquid gold in it, it turns into a check. So us men, we got a lot of power, and you can't be weak because of that liquid gold calling you now. Can't be weak. He said, "Guilty, bro. I feel you." Yeah, I'm guilty than a mug. Neglect comes from both sides. Didn't I just say that, 27 Darren? See, I can't stand women that act like this. I literally just held myself accountable, and I said one thing to hold my baby mama accountable. I didn't talk about all women. When you have kids with an early woman, a woman who's young, who hadn't had a chance to experience life, majority of those women neglect those children. Not all, but majority of them do. But you can't even hear a statement like that because you're a woman. So you want to make it like a group thing. You're tribalistic. You got to stop that. The tooth is the tooth. 27. They should have never taught you sexual education with toes like you got. You shouldn't even be having sex. But anyway, it's the guilt lashing out. It's the guilt lashing out. Salute to you, Coco. It's that guilt lashing out. I ain't doing nothing but being honest. And she want to get up here and get all guilty and scared. Don't get guilty and scared. Yeah, I was stupid. I was giving out this jizzle. It used to be women chasing me for this jizzle. Are you kidding me? They didn't like me. They wasn't tripping on me. They wanted my car. And not really the car. They just want to get a check. And there's a lot of these niggas think that they top dog, but you got to realize there's a number that come with your name. They know your number because they put it in the paper. They put it in the paper. So no. But I want y'all to hear what this brother had to say. If her feet is neglected in that, oh Lord. I wanted to highlight that thing, but I can't. When a man admits his wrong, women come to roost. Yeah, I was wrong. I was hunching, boy.
I have to call a thing. When you look at black culture, who leads it? Women. That's actually a curse. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. And the Bible.
Now, right there, we just lost half the chat. Right there, we just lost half the chat. This man say, follow a woman. That ain't a blessing. That's a curse. Woo! We just lost half the chat. He just lost half the women in the world. He ain't got no ring on his finger. He probably ain't gonna get married because he told the truth. He said, following a woman, that is a curse, not a blessing. But the Democratic Party would tell you this is a blessing because they want to tap into the ego of some women. Some women know that they don't want to be tasked with the responsibility of making the hard choices. They don't want to be tasked with the responsibility of going to the door and potentially dying from some intruder. They don't want to be tasked with that responsibility. But I want y'all to hear what this dude said in its totality. So I'm going to try to stay on mute because I'm just hopped up on these drugs right now. This is not me speaking, y'all. This is just prescription medicine. So anybody get mad at me, look. Let me show it now. Hold on. Any females out there that get mad at me, I'm on prescription drugs, okay? Can't be mad. This is from the doctor. So I'm not in control of my mind. I'm on these, yeah. So if you get mad, it's the drugs. They'll be off soon. I got a month left, okay? I apologize, and I'm sorry.
Who leads it? Women. That's actually a curse. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. In the Bible, in Isaiah, it talks about how you will be persecuted by children. What's going on in the inner cities? Who are the gangs made up mostly of? Children. And women will lead you. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. Meanwhile, children persecuted by children. What's going on in the inner city? Bible, in Isaiah, it talks about how you will be persecuted by children.
All right. In the book of Isaiah, does it say that we will be persecuted by children? In the book of Isaiah, I want the Bible people to tell me, does it say we will be killed by children? Because these kids out here that got the adults scared of them. I ain't gonna lie. These kids out here got the adults scared of them. I don't take prescription narcotics, not even for a few days. I didn't want to, but I had to. And I am having side effects. I know not what I say. Okay, he said it's not worded that way. Okay, how is it worded? Because I don't want people to get mad. I want people to really think about what this brother's saying and break it down and see if
I have to call a thing. When you look at black culture, who leads it? Women. That's actually a curse. That's not a blessing. Okay. That's a curse. In the Bible, in Isaiah, it talks about how you will be persecuted by children. What's going on in the inner cities? Who are the gangs made up mostly of? Children. And women will lead you. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. Meanwhile, Roland Martin's walking around with a shirt that says vote like a black woman. That's crazy to me. Roland Martin's walking around with a shirt that says.
All of this is virtue signaling. It's sad, man. All of this is virtue signaling. Now, ladies, let me ask you something. I'm not mad that he said vote like a black woman. I'm confused. But I do know if he would have said vote like a black man, there would have been a lot of people asking, what the fuck you mean vote like a black man? That's because he is a black woman? Vote like a black man would have caused division. The biblical context described consequences of Israel and Judah's sin. Where did it go? I can't read it off the big screen. I got to read it on the side right here. And Judah's sin, where God will remove wise leaders and cause internal social chaos in this scenario being ruled by children. Societal chaos in this scenario being ruled by children. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, somebody said something. So you're mixing European Caucasian immigrant politics with European Caucasian religion. Oh, boy. Oh, brother.
Vote like a black woman? That's crazy to me. Wearing a shirt that says vote like a black woman. Look, you dummy. The reason why black women vote predominantly for a party and for a philosophy that promises handouts, that promises to take care of you, that promises to be your big brother, is because they can't depend on the men in their home. And so it's because you fell asleep at the gate that your women feel that they must now vote for a politician to take care of them.
You ain't done more for black people than LBJ did, than Bill Clinton did, than FDR did.
For you, a grown man, to wear a shirt that...
So wait. So it's all about who we like. And I want y'all to listen to the white man that Roland Martin like. See, they always say, you just love the white man. But listen to the names that Roland Martin named. Let's see.
For a politician to take care of them.
You ain't done more for black people than LBJ did.
White man, LBJ, I'll have these Negroes voting for the next 200-300 years. He's up there saying LBJ. Lyndon Baines Johnson. All right, let me keep going.
Then Bill Clinton did. Then
Bill Clinton, another white man. They got the despicable white man that cheated on his wife in the White House. And we called him the first black president. Bill Clinton, LBJ, two white men.
FDR did.
For
FDR. Okay, we see the white man you like, Roland. Let's keep going.
You, a grown man, to wear a shirt that says vote like a black woman is like saying, I don't want to be a man. I don't want to take responsibility and rise to the occasion. I want for the government to take care of me. That's what you're saying when you wear a shirt that says vote like a black woman who doesn't feel protected, who doesn't feel like her man can take care of her and of the family. That's what you are saying when you say vote like a black woman, the nerve of you. I don't mean to get riled up. I'm actually going to stop the live right now because I feel myself getting hot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm getting hot.
Yeah, Chad, he chose violence on that night, on that live stream. He chose violence. I want to start with the brothers. Minister Danzo, we'll give you the opportunity to kick this thing off. What are your thoughts?
Well, I just got through saying it. This is what's going on. They have to discount what they're supposed to be doing because they've created a whole paradigm that depends on lying to people about their self-worth. They're dependent, they're victims, and they've created a dynasty, a dynasty off of victimization. So they have to protect that money and that power. Now, what happened when Trump came in, that took a lot of their power and their control away. These people are...
When Trump came in, he found out how they were orchestrating all of these riots and all of these things in the street, and we were paying for it. Our tax dollars allegedly were paying for all this stuff. Paid riots, all of these people that don't really have to work because they had government jobs on government tit, and they came and they found it. They created this little, they didn't even create it. They used Obama's. They used a group or organization Obama put together and changed the name of it and found waste, fraud, and abuse. And I know people don't want to admit this, but I remember I said they are afraid of these children. I remember saying that it's some young, bright minds that they haven't tricked. And that's why they don't want children. They always say, oh, they're not smart enough. They're not mature enough. That means they haven't been brainwashed yet. They haven't been brainwashed yet. So it was children that they used, young men, teenagers, young adults that they used to catch all of this waste, fraud, and abuse. Teenagers. The young man, big balls, ain't even over 25. I don't even think he's 21. They ain't gonna give me no props. I said it from day one. They are afraid of these children. Adults have been holding children back for years, but because they couldn't envision themselves doing it, because it wasn't like that in yesteryear of the days past. You know, old folks love tradition. Well, it wasn't like that back in our day. Player Bill got some good head in the White House. Rolling Farton is a hypocrite. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. They scared of these kids. We as kids. That's why they try to keep kids out of the spaces until they go to college, get indoctrinated, until they go in these spaces where professors are really Marxists and they're really tied to a party instead of tied to educating. And then your kid comes out different. Your kid comes out different then.
They're depressed on steroids. Yes. I'm gonna say it again. They're depressed on steroids because now they're scrambling, trying to figure out how to get the money, how to get the power back. You know, we built a dynasty off of handouts to people, making them depend on us, telling them that they need us to defend them and to protect them. And now we don't have the power to defend and protect them anymore. So now we're out of power, but we got to keep on acting like we have the power to keep them trusting in us to get the power back. It's scary. It is scary. So yes, what he did was right. You have to call these people out whenever they say something or do something that is contrary to basic common sense and spiritual human nature. We have to do this, and we have to do it with integrity. We have to do it with love. I have to keep saying it because they're the side. Their side is like, I'll kill you. If I have to kill you, I'll kill you. I'll do anything by any means necessary. We have to do it with love and integrity and with wisdom, and that's not an easy thing to do because keeping yourself controlled while you're spouting truth to these people is not a simple thing. You need some divine power, because they're trying to kill you while you're trying to save them. Amen.
Woo, amen. Because yeah, they coming to goddamn on, they going crazy on folk. And I want to fast forward to this other young
conversations
lady.
People have.
I want to fast forward to this other young lady. Maybe not this one, that lady at the end.
Much. Yes. You shouldn't be at the table having the
man. You're afraid of that. Why are you shunning back from actually?
He was good too.
That's what they're offering. Then yeah, Sam can have me.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. Dang, Roland. Dang, bro.
What are they saying?
Just seeing him in that t-shirt made me go, absolutely not. Okay. So.
That's what I'm talking about. Just seeing this big baby blimp in that t-shirt. That lady said, heck to the no.
So if that's what they're offering, then yeah, Sam can have me.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. Dang, Roland. Dang, bro. That is not a compliment. Okay. No, it's definitely not a compliment.
I wish it well, but no thank you. I'll try it alone. No thank you.
Without the food stamps.
Listen, I'll be out here foraging on the side of the road, something. There's got to be a better way.
Not the side of the road now. Come
of the Black liberal. What we talk about when we talk about Black people, we are not talking about Black people. We are talking about the Black liberal. That is a distinct and special type of person. And you have to understand, almost, we laughed about it last week when we talked about the Supreme Court justice making a analogy between Black people and a disability.
Yeah.
But 27, Darren, there's some people that do research all day long, and the research that they get, the information that they get is absolutely lied and told wrong. The media has lied over and over again. How many times have Trump said something and then the media said that's disinformation, and then it turns out that Trump was telling the truth? How many times had that happened? And I don't even like Trump like that. People keep saying, oh, you like Trump. I don't like nobody. I like policy. I'm not the guy that you're going to trick with the, oh, you like this, you like that. I don't like nobody. I don't have a lot of friends. I like policy. That's the trick of it all. Malcolm X said that the fox come at you smiling. Y'all are looking at the fox smile at you and you think that they're your friend. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to be friends and politicians with, I'm not trying to be friends with my politicians. I just want them to do their job. If I got to be cool and work with them, yeah. But that's about it. Yeah, I don't like nobody. Not no politician. I got people in my real life that I like. It's not a requirement for me to like a politician. It's not. It's a requirement for them to do their job, and that's it. So roll out the policies of what they do. I don't want to hear who's a good person, who got the moral high ground, because it's all BS. They've all done something, Trump included. I'm not the guy that's going to sit back and act like Trump is an angel. No. Joe Biden is no angel. No. So when we know we're dealing with people that are not angels, because none of us are, then only thing that you can lean towards is policy that turns into law that we're going to be governed by. We're not going to be governed by the like of Trump or the dislike of Trump. We're going to be governed by what he do with that pen. We're going to be controlled by what he do with that pen.
I do think that is ridiculous. Making an analogy between Black liberals and a disability is not, because you have to think of what you're asking them for. Like Wise is saying, it's nothing to go, you don't have to go to the library. You can get this information. No, I'm telling you, I'm the liberal whisperer. I can tell you, their situation is not lack of information. These are not unintelligent people who can't, read and find out often. This is not them.
Yeah, these people are very intelligent. Dirty Bill pushed a lot of drugs, then had his wife and Kamala lock everyone up. Dang. We tried that liking with Obama, and look where it got us. Nowhere.
Their situation is they're weak. And what has made them weak, and I said this before, is they are the hurt people, is their trauma. And you are asking these traumatized people, these people who figuratively have had their legs weakened, maybe cut off, maybe amputized by.
No, I never said policy trump your rights. I said policy that turns into law, which we're going to be governed by. We're going to be governed by people implement their policies. And then once it turns into a law, they write up laws like the 97 crime bill is a law. They had mandatory minimums. This is the way Joe Biden and them thought at the time. The Black Caucus, they thought locking people up in mass, large numbers with mandatory minimums, a mandatory 5 years, a mandatory 10 years, a mandatory 15 years for this amount of drugs that's less and dumbed down than the cocaine. Those are the things that we are governed by. Those are the things that I care more about. I don't give a shit whether I like a person or not. What are you going to put out that we're going to have to be governed by, that the rules that we're going to go to jail over and things like that? That's the only thing I want to know. Other than that, I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know. I don't care about all this other stuff and liking a person. That's what they got us caught up in to see the trick. That 94 crime bill, you might have liked Joe Biden, but what it did to people was atrocious. What it did to families was atrocious. You talking about don't separate families, don't separate kids from their families. That's what they did to us. They did that to us for years. So no, I'm not focused on liking a politician. I'm focusing on listening to what they're saying, the policies that they're going to implement and turn into law. And that's what I'm going off of. I don't care nothing about who they had sex with. They all had sex with somebody. I don't care nothing about none of that. What are you going to do that's going to impact people on a large scale, both negative and positive? And that's all I care about.
Abuse, and then asking them to stand, which is what it takes to have character. They don't lack intelligence. They don't lack anything. What they lack is character, because they were not morally built. And now they're an adult and they have to operate in an adult world and have a little bit of the sophistication that properly raised and maturated adults have, and they don't have it. So even if you went to them and you said, see here, right here, here is the truth, and they looked at it with their own eyes, they will reject it, because the reason they want this government and they want it so big, and they don't care if Jasmine Crockett never does anything. What she does do is come and say, as long as I'm in this seat and as long as I'm in power, you will be protected, because I will stand in front of the big bad wolf and mouth off or do whatever it takes to him. And these weak people are happy to stand behind her, because they're begging for protection, because they're saying, I don't think I have the moral.
Oh, my bad. The person in the top left, this is his original YouTube channel. This is a righteous perspective. His YouTube channel is a righteous perspective. He has 507K subscribers, a righteous perspective, put together a lot of good videos. So y'all go sub up.
Moral character to stand on my own too. Crystal, you want them to stand 10 toes down. They can't stand up. They can't stand up. They can't stand up for themselves. They can't stand up for their children. Do you think women who have children and sat there and the doctor handed her a baby boy, and she thought when she held that baby boy as she delivered him and is crying and panting and sweating and going, I can't wait to remove him.
Hannibal said 1.3 trillion added to the debt in 9 months. Every president adds to the debt. Every president adds to the debt. But in this particular situation, things are being done to Trump to make sure the debt is being added up. When you sell off parts of the border and we have to buy it back, that adds to the debt. When you give away all these money to illegals, and then now Trump is trying to figure out a way to make sure Americans eat by giving tax breaks, and yeah, they're going to have to do some things to give people money, that's going to add to the debt. So of course, there's not a president that went in office that didn't add to the debt. But I just want to know, I care more about the person or the president that's saying Americans first. We're going to stop waste, fraud, and abuse. Those are things that I want to hear out of a president. We're auditing the government. We get audited. They watch us. So there's nothing wrong with auditing the government and making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do with our money. And those of you who are against that, it leads me to believe that you're benefiting from it. I figured that.
Genitalia. No, no, but they're too weak. When the other people come and say, hey, you'll be out here in the wind and you'll be a victim to the trauma these Republicans have for you, unless you let it, they'll hand it right over. They're weak. Women don't want their children mutilated. They know this stuff in their heart is wrong. They don't have the courage and the character to stand. And this is why they hate, Crystal was 100% right. This is why they hate Trump. They're afraid of him. They're afraid of a man who can stand up. They're like this, that they have believed that manhood is tantamount to toxic masculinity and war.
Tyranny.
Men have proceeded over all of the death. I read a book called Death by Government. Men have proceeded over all of the death known in history. What they don't know is men have also presided over all the peace that has been known in history. All of the advancement that has been known in history. It's a little bit more than, than the second grade understanding they've been given, but that's all they can take.
Says Biden locked people up. Meanwhile, his son had lines on the table and Diddy parties in the background, partying for his son, but no one else. Hey, man. Hey, good for thee, good for me, and not for thee. That's how it kind of go. Biden was tough on crime when it was before his son was grown and was on drugs. He was tough on crime, mandatory minimums. He found out his son was on that stuff. Oh shit, not my boy. Not my boy.
They cannot stand. We are asking people who have not been developed in any way to have their character strengthened and to move in a mature way past their trauma. This is advanced society right now, where everybody who's playing the game is in it to win it, and they're folding.
Greg Adams say, Kwame, you are a loser in your profession. Damn, good thing I can't be offended because I don't have a job. So good day to you. Make sure you keep texting. Y'all don't block him. We need him for the algorithm. Don't block them. Thank you.
They're saying, I'm out. I can't do it. I'm out.
How I feel about this is I'm going to keep saying where good is evil and evil is good. That is the running thing that keeps coming to me from Isaiah 5:20. Because for some reason, I agree 100% with Chad. Because if we take it back biblically, Adam did not slap that fruit out of Eve's hand and tell her, ma'am, why are you talking to that serpent? Right? The woman decided that she was going to usurp the man's authority, going to take a bite of the fruit, and then he
followed her,
participated.
I want you men to pay attention to what this lady is saying. I'm going to say this again. I want you men to pay attention to what this lady is saying. You men that are out there following women, you men that's out there, I'm not saying that women can't give great advice, but I'm saying you are born leaders. So I want you to pay attention to what this lady is saying about not standing up like a man and saying, hey, no, we're not doing that. And then when the woman made a decision, which was the wrong decision, he followed suit. So y'all pay attention.
Did not slap that fruit out of Eve's hand and tell her, ma'am, why are you talking to that serpent? Right? The woman decided that she was going to usurp him. Adam, I agree 100% with Chad, because if we take it back biblically, Adam did not slap that fruit out of Eve's hand and tell her, ma'am, why are you talking to that serpent? Right? The woman decided that she was going to usurp the man's authority, going to take a bite of the fruit, and then he
followed her,
participated. When we look at Jezebel and Ahab, Jezebel was a nightmare.
Woo.
Ahab was a little wuss, a soy boy, curled up in the bed, sucking on his thumb, letting his wife run tyranny all over Israel. Then you had her daughter, which was even worse. Okay. Why am I saying that? He said, vote like a black woman. And of course, he's talking about the liberal black woman, not the conservative black woman. Because again, they love to come in my comments like they're doing now. Hey, how y'all doing? Talking about, we are the 92 percenters. We are the brilliant ones that voted for Kamala Harris. So let's talk about the brilliance of these black women.
And before she get into that, saying don't vote like a black woman, because she's going to show that just saying that on his face is stupid. They're saying that to try to gaslight and make women rally and say, yeah, vote like us. But it does not make sense, because all black women are not a monolith. Are you saying vote like the Candace Owens type? Because we know she voted for Trump, and we know that's not what they mean. Are you saying only vote like the women that vote Democrat? Without thinking, like, what black woman are you talking about? Because that should be offensive to black women. All of you guys are not the same. No offense, KB. You need to let your kinfolk hear this. Which one? Which one? There's a lot of them need to hear this shit. But all black women are not alike. So I want to ask the question, what do they mean? Are they saying vote like Candace Owens, black woman? Or are they saying vote like who, black woman? What black woman are you talking about? You know which one, KB? I do. I'm just being an asshole. I'm just showing how stupid that statement is, because if I pick out a black woman to vote like, and I say, oh, okay, you know what? I'm going to vote like that black woman, Candace Owens. They would devour that black woman and tell me why I shouldn't vote like her. So this is why I know this is stupid. This is gaslighting.
Y'all doing? Talking about, we are the 92 percenters. We are the brilliant ones that voted for Kamala Harris. So let's talk about the brilliance of these black women. Black women are leading in terminating their pregnancies. That is such a great way to be leading the community by removing your next generation, removing the legacy. That is so brilliant. The people that black women like to tout, the Jasmine Crockett, who is, as many of y'all know, gutter bunny.
Hold on now. She might be ghetto, but she fine. So come on now. Let's not give Jasmine Crockett too much now. She might be a little, you know what I'm saying? But she licked that tongue out and she did that little step now. Come on now. Give her a break. Oh, yeah, you're right. We wasn't talking about the way she looked, though. Okay, my bad, lady.
that black women like to tout, the Jasmine Crockett, who is, as many of y'all know, gutter bunny, number one. You have Ketanji Brown, who is supposed to be a Supreme Court justice, but can't tell you what a woman is, and then saying being black.
Oh, boy, she went right to the hypocritical mother trucker. She said, not like Ketanji Brown, who don't know what a woman is. And the same reason why they don't like Candace Owens is that when Candace Owens got a white man, and then you say, woo, you look at Ketanji and she got a white man, and he kissing her on top of the forehead, and she don't even know what a black woman is, but we supposed to give her credit for being in Congress as the first black woman when she can't even tell you what a black woman is. I'm confused, and I will not participate in stupidity.
Is apparently a disability. Okay, these are your leaders.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back. Did she say being black is a disability? What the fuck?
Saying being black is apparently a disability. Okay?
Hold on, man. Jasmine Crockett couldn't have said. I mean, what did she say? Ketanji Brown ain't say nothing like that, did she? I gotta look this up. Ketanji Brown said being black is a disability. What the? Hold up, man. With all the white people and Indian people trying to be black, Rachel Dolezal trying to be black, all these people trying to be black to get the perks. You mean to tell me Ketanji Brown said that being black is a handicap? Oh, shit. I bet you that white man told her to say that. You know, it's okay. You're a little slow. Let me kiss you on top of the head. It's okay. Just go in the room. I'll be in there in a minute. Tie yourself to the bed. I'll be in there in a minute. You're a little slow. Pat on top of the head. You're a little slow. It's okay. You black. You're not smart enough to think. I could just think of him kissing her on the head, just talking to her and comforting her. It's okay. You stupid. It's not your fault. You just black. It's okay, baby. You just black. It's okay. If you were any other color, this wouldn't happen. So just calm down. Give me a kiss, baby. You black. Tie yourself to the bed. I'll be in there in a minute. Like, this is a shame if she said some shit like that. Oh, we got somebody mad. Kwame, shut the blink up. You complain about paying child support. No, I didn't. I complain about what they did with the child support. I don't want no motherfucker buying weave and makeup and eyelashes with money that's for my child, you Joe James dummy. Do you want to come up here? I'm complaining about that now. Give a fuck about paying for my child, you dummy. I don't need no white man or no court to tell me to pay for my kids, you fucking idiot. You think I need a white person or a court system to take care of what's mine, boy? Have you lost your mind? I don't need no court system to take care of what's mine. Nigga, I was talking about accountability, fool. And what does that have to do with what we talking about today, clown? Now hit the link or get up out my chat, punk. I'm finna drop the link. I'm not letting nobody else up but this guy that's hiding in the chat like a weenie dog. Come up here and hit the link and tell me, why did you even mention that, punk? And having accountability for what you do with a child's money is very important. I didn't know that. I'm filling out my disability papers Monday morning. Shit, I need to fill out me some disability papers too then. Yeah, it's the medicine. It ain't me. Yeah, it's the medicine. But I want to know. Hit the link, punk. Hit this link since you want to come bring that up. That ain't have nothing to do with this because it's hurting your little feelings that Ketanji Brown don't even know what a black woman is. And y'all shouting and want me to praise this black woman that won't even shout and praise herself. Yeah, I think this white boy was kissing her on the forehead and say, hey, you know, you just black. You don't know no better. You black and dumb. And she came out here and told everybody else, yeah, we just black. It's a handicap. We don't know no better. Hell, you gonna be educated and you in Congress and say something that stupid.
These are your leaders. You have Kamala Harris, who sits there and gives you a word salad every time she opens her mouth. And half the time you don't know if she is sober or not. You have Oprah Winfrey, who, again, she played with people like Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, you know, the questionable people. These are the people she played around with. You have Beyonce, and I'm going to come for many of your queen, many of you, that's your queen, Beyonce, who is a bona fide witch and sits there and corrupts each and every one of you. You support people and mind you, in this Black women community, y'all push people forward like Sexy Red, because Sexy Red makes sense to help lead the Black community. I want y'all to understand that women, Black women who think that they should be leading, that is the problem, because you want to usurp what God put into place. That is the sad part. You think you're smarter than God. That is the thing. You're not smarter than God. I want you to understand that.
Oh Lord, this lady just got herself canceled. She say, "You think you smarter than God?" Ooh, lady, ma'am, you done got canceled.
Women, Black women who think that they should be leading, that is the problem, because you want to usurp what God put into place. That is the sad part. You think you're smarter than God. That is the thing. You're not smarter than God. I want you to understand that there was a reason he created it that way. Because when we get out of order, this is the chaos that we see in this world currently. Look at this world.
Oh boy, now God said nothing, man said it. So we should let 27 Darren win. I mean, she more man than I am. So we should let 27 Darren win and run the show. I elect 27 Darren and run everything.
We have young 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, the young men that are taking the lives of people. You have people that they're groomed to get on welfare and receive food stamps. Like, that is their mindset. Let me go ahead and figure out how not to work hard in life.
Hey, she said it. Hey, I told you they being groomed. Get them, ma'am. Get them, ma'am. Get them, ma'am.
Their mindset. Let me go to get on welfare.
Let me let her
they're groomed to get on welfare and receive food stamps. Like, that is their mindset. Let me go ahead and figure out how not to work hard in life. Let me figure out how to be on the Great Society, the welfare system. Y'all celebrate people like LBJ, who, again, as Y said about the making sure that it ends, vote for him forever, and then paraded around the Great Society. So the whole welfare system that everybody's on. Then you have, like he said, FDR redlining. You celebrate Bill Clinton, who came up with the crime bill, but then the president who has come in and said, listen, this is not right. Let me help the community. Y'all are fighting against. Again.
Hey, and I'm going to end with that. But listen here, y'all. Y'all can hate, y'all can say what y'all want, but in real life, though, one of my close homegirls, she had her kids. She took in 2-3 other people kids. I think 2 other kids. And she was getting like almost $3,000 a month in stamps. She was getting like $2,700, $2,800 or some shit like that in food stamps. The illegals was getting the same thing, but she was getting it for the other kids. And, you know, she'd sell off some of them and still have got dang about $1,500 to still do what she want to do. She would go make $1,500 in cash and have about $1,000, $1,500 in food stamp to got dang on buy food for the house, getting money. So we so used to hustling. We like hustling the government. And a lot of people be like, you know what? They took from us for so long, nigga, we supposed to do this. But you ain't doing nothing but hustling taxpayers. You hustling your fellow American. You got to come to the pot with something. You can't come to the barbecue with nothing. You got to come with something. And that's the problem. People showing up to the barbecue, thirsty, hungry, ain't trying to bring nothing and expecting everybody to feed them. But that's my time. I know some other people want to go live, so I'm going to jump up out y'all way. I got another live about basketball on my main channel where I break down the Lakers and why they are not going to win. And I gave them a way that they could win. So that's what I'm going to do. Break down the game, give them what they're doing and what they could be doing. So I appreciate y'all coming to listen to a bus. It ain't me, y'all. It's these pills. Anybody got offended? If anybody got offended, per my doctor's orders, I have to take this. So if I have any outlandish commentary, I have a built-in excuse. I cannot be canceled on drugs. Okay, I'm on drugs right now for the next what is it? I had 60 days worth. I had 2 months worth. I'm on drugs now for the next month, so I can't be held accountable for what I'm saying. Just deal with what I'm saying. Give me a pass.
and think about what was being said by the panelists, okay? And you can see up here, America has changed. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for everybody that came in and super chatted and chatted responsibly in a brother's chat. Didn't go against the algorithm. These are some of the channels that I watch. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out. I appreciate y'all. I need to change this thing. Rodney, we need to change this to get grandmas calling up there, bro. We got to get grandmas calling up here on this little list because we need to swap that out for Rodney. He don't make no damn lies. We need to put grandmas calling up there. But salute to y'all. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.